would you do if you encountered a masseuse who is also very skilled at the sword and was blind? I'm Salad and I saw The Tale of Zatoichi. It is directed by Kenji Mushumi. And if you haven't seen this movie, I will spoil it for you. I really like Zatoichi as a character. Also, I noticed in the movie, he's pronounced Zatoichi. That's just how the Japanese people in the movie say it. They say Zatoichi. Also, it's interesting, he's just wandering. He's a masseuse, he's blind, he's just going around enjoying his life. What a nice free life Zatoichi has. I love it. I wish I had this type of life. And there's this guy, right? He's like, I need to recruit you because there's this upcoming war that's going to happen between us, this house, and the rivaling house. I need to hire you because I've seen your skills in action. What's interesting is that the way that this movie is laid out, you don't get to see any of his sword skills until later on in the movie. All you hear is this guy's like, oh my goodness, I've seen your sword skills. They're amazing. And then a bunch of people are like, ugh, he's blind. How could he fight us? He's blind, right? But here's something that shows his power levels, okay? He goes into this room full of men gambling while waiting for this guy, right? Who's gonna hire him. Goes in the room, and he's like, oh, hey, can I gamble? What's interesting is he establishes a set pattern where he has the dice in this cup. It's kind of like a game of Yahtzee. You guess what is even or odd. And the first time, he leaves the dice outside of the cup. And you're supposed to guess what's inside the cup. And so everyone's like, oh, it's even. And then, you know, they get money. And he establishes this pattern. Because then on the final try, what happens is everyone guesses based on the dice outside of the cup. It's like, oh, everyone's going to guess this number. And then he shows that there's something in the cup, or in fact, dice. And he takes the entire pot. And I was like, this is awesome. I can't believe he did that. That's so cool. And so all the samurai there are like, you cheater. Ugh. And then, like, not even 30 seconds later, their boss hires him. And they're supposed to show respect and deference to him, which is hilarious because he just took all their money into winning this gambling game. It's pretty epic. So that happens. You know, he likes to have a big wander, and he also likes to leave whenever he wants. And he's at the point where there's this boss man. He's like, oh, I know the other team has the samurai, so I need you to stay. Please stay a couple of days. Here's 3 Ryu. Here, take them, please. This is just an advance. I'll give you 8 total. Later on, Zatoichi ends up befriending this samurai that he's supposed to fight later. Just because they have some kinship, they understand what it's like to be on the outskirts, and this samurai is not a master haver, so he's a ronin actually. So we got this ronin, and we got Zatoichi, and they're bonding, but they're on the opposite sides. Zatoichi is just hanging out, having a drink, and then when the people come, he leaves. He's like, I guess I'll go to the other side. Hoo 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 hoo. Oh, are you sick? And he could tell that this guy was sick based on his breathing, I guess. It doesn't say exactly how Zatoichi just noticed that he was sick. But like, they're having a little fish together, having a fishing time, and he's able to predict that. I'm like, man, your senses are so tuned. You don't even need sight. You have better senses than the sight one. Seeing men can't fight as well as you can, Zatoichi. So, you know, there's tensions building up between each side. The ronin on the other side, he ends up going sick, and so the boss man on this clan is like, I don't need you anymore. And so Zatoichi just leaves, but they have a gun on the other side with the ronin. The ronin's like, I don't want you to shoot Zatoichi, so I'll go and I'll fight him. So he has to crawl outside of bed, being all sick and all that jazz. And he's just like, I don't want them to shoot this guy. I'd rather just fight him hand-to-hand combat. of sword-to-sword combat. And guess what? Zatoichi is there. He's just wandering. He's not on either team, but this Ronin wants to fight him to the death. And so there is a nice, lovely fight, battle. Up to this point, there's been very few moments of Zatoichi showing off his swordsmanship skills. There's been like, oh, he cuts a candle in half. That's really cool. Oh, he can slice and dice against a couple of people. But what about a master of his own craft? They have a cool, sick fight, and it's pretty freaking epic and amazing on this bridge. But guess what? Zatoichi wins. And this guy is dead. Zatoichi's like, I don't care about your war. I'll come back in a year to mourn this guy's loss, right? And then those two clans have a war. They be warring, they be big warring. And Zatoichi's just like here, chilling. Also, he has attracted the attention of a lady who wants to hang out with him, wander with him throughout the entire Japan countryside. And I'm like, I don't think that's a good idea. I do like Zatoichi. I like his personality. This shows a good deal of his personality. He's humble. He lets people underestimate him. But there are women who see the richness in his character, like this woman does, and wants to hang out with him because Zatoichi is a much better man than the other men that she has access to. And so Zatoichi is like, how about you go over there on the path and I'll meet you there. And at the end, instead of going on the path, he walks around the path. He climbs the hill so he can avoid her. And I'm like, this is so funny. He's such a lone wolf. I love him so much. How is he able to navigate the countryside with his blindness? Who knows? Skills, his other senses. Because he's a sensei at his other senses. Get it? Haha, funny joke. This is such a good samurai movie. It takes place in early Japan. I just love it. It's better than medieval times, like the European medieval times, because I was just covered in filth and stone everywhere. This one, there's like wood blocks that if you close them together, they seal. But if you open them, they become like a window. And they have those little, what are those offset jagged edges that pile into each other when closed. It's pretty epic. I really like the design of all the houses. But more importantly, Zatoichi as a character, he's just so dang lovable. And I think it's because of the humility, plus a blind man being a samurai, being better than everyone, by the way. And he doesn't even call himself a samurai, he's a masseuse. He just is really good with the swords. So much better than a lot of the samurai. He does qualify as a samurai or a Ronin. It's pretty great. There's so many good moments about this movie, so many good character moments, so many good establishing the environment moments, just so much world building that I felt so immersed and I couldn't look away from the screen the entire time. And for that reason, since everybody on screen just felt like they portrayed a character, a very full-fledged, very thought-of depth character, I'm gonna have to give this movie a solid 8 out of 10. If you like this review, watch another one. The platform really likes that. $20 deals at patreon.com/ASEPresents for one movie review per 1 month. Go to Linktree, supports the daily grindiness of all them daily movie reviews. So you can go here. And until next time, Min Salad Saw, I'll see you later, my salad croutons, bacon bits.